Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and welcome back for my family that already follows me. How are you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. Today is December 2nd. Yeah, let me catch you guys up. So the last thing that happened in my last video, I had got a blinking smiley face. That's what it was. I had got a blinking smiley face. Means that your ovulation window is getting closer. I continue to get those. I never got like a solid smiley face where it stopped flashing and it was like, okay, you're getting ready to ovulate. Okay, so when I got that blinking one, I think that was on a Wednesday, and I got that one Wednesday morning, and last week. That's crazy. And when I got that on, I took another one Thursday, Thanksgiving, and the same thing. And Friday, I had the doctor's appointment. So, yeah, Friday I had the doctor's appointment, and I went in, and my follicle had grew, which the last time it was at 12. They were trying to figure out like, okay, is this, just a collapsing cyst, or is this actually a follicle? So my estrogen continued to rise, which was great. So that told them that I was in a, uphill direction and not downhill. So downhill, we would have stopped monitoring and I would have expected to get a period. Or they could have supplemented it with estrogen. But that we're not gonna talk about that. So my follicle had got to a 14, and that was a Friday. And my clinic is open 7 days a week, y'all. So this is what happened. So my follicle was at a 14, and my estrogen level was, I don't know. It was like 100 and something. I don't know. I forget. I think it was 100 and something. No, it was 200 something. 200 something. It was 100 something to 200 something. And so, then that day, that Friday, like during the holidays, the clinic is not fully staffed because it's not a lot of patients coming in. So my nurse was not there. So I didn't get to see her. I did meet with another nurse, which is okay. All of them are really good. So I have no complaints. So I met with another nurse, and she was like, okay, well, your follicle has grown. It was a 12 at first, on Tuesday, and then Friday it was 14. So she was like, we're going to continue to monitor you. We cannot have you go until Monday. This is Friday. She was like, we cannot have you go until Monday because we may miss ovulation. And I was like, what? Like, now you guys know I live like a little bit over an hour away from my clinic since we moved. So I was like, oh my goodness, on a Saturday? I didn't even know what day she was going to say. So she was like, I'm going to have you come in tomorrow. And I'm like, I already had plans and everything, but I had to go in. It was an early appointment. It was at 8:30. So my drive is like an hour away. So we ended up leaving about 7:15, somewhere around there, to get to the appointment on time. When we got there on Saturday, they drew my blood. It was really quick. Drew my blood because it was after the holiday. Everybody is trying to get out. Don't want to be working on a Saturday. Anyway, they drew my blood. I saw the nurse. I saw a nurse practitioner this time instead of just a regular nurse. And she called me back and we talked. And she told me, so everything is progressing, everything's look good, so we're gonna have you start progesterone today. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute now. So my follicle was at 16, and they were concerned, you know, continuing on, we may ovulate and we may miss it. So they drew my blood, my progesterone, my LH, which is like the hormone that tells you if you're gonna ovulate or not, and or how close you are to ovulation. And what other one? My estrogen. So she called me back. My estrogen was like 2 something. It was higher than it was the last time, which is really good. And she said, well, before she called me back, let me back up. She told me, you know, so we're going to start the progesterone that day. She gave me a transfer date and everything. They have me on patches. So I'm taking these patches. I'm doing these 2 times every other day. Like I put 2 on and then keep them there, change them out every other day. So I'm doing these, which my body didn't do well with these before. I know this is a little sidetracked, so let's squirrel a little bit. So these, I take 2 of these a day. This is what they look like. I know most people that do IVF are doing these, but if not, this is what it is. I normally do estradiol valerate, because when I'm doing like a natural cycle, that is like what keeps my estrogen really high. But since we're doing a natural cycle, my body is producing estrogen by itself too. So we just basically need a supplement. Now, when I was doing those, I was putting them probably too high. I was putting like around my belly button, lower sides. These really need to be low, like low. So all of these are kind of like in the crease, like you're at your waistline. That's where I'm doing them now. I did move them a little bit up, just a little bit, or to the side, so they couldn't go really low now, because we're getting ready to do transfer, and they request for them the day of transfer to be out of the way of the ultrasound probe, because you know they're looking for your bladder, they don't want all of that ultrasound gel and stuff to get on it and then make them lift. So today was my reapply day, because I started these on Monday. So Monday, I left it on. Tuesday was my all day. Wednesday is my change it out, which is today. So if anybody is doing these, please keep them at the waistline or lower. Don't be like me. That's probably why I didn't take, because you know my stomach is a little bloated or whatever. Like when I started this, I didn't have a stomach, but we've been doing this, and like I'm starting to get a stomach. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm doing the progesterone. It's almost gone. I opened it Friday, and yeah, I opened it Friday. I had to do them at 7 p.m., which that's always the time that I always have to do them, at 7 p.m. So yeah, but I like to do my injections earlier. So 7 p.m. is good and all. The very first one has to be done at 7 p.m. And then I turn around and do it the very next day at like, now I'm doing it at 8 a.m. because I don't like doing a progesterone at night when you're getting ready to go to bed. And you know, like you're getting ready to go to bed, you haven't moved around enough to try to let that progesterone absorb or whatever. And when I was doing it at night, I got really bad nights. So I like to do it in the morning while I'm still moving around, to try to give that stuff time to soak in. So something that I was doing before, when I was doing, I know we getting all off subject and I may have to do a separate video to go in detail, but what I was doing before with the twins, I remember like the first time the progesterone was not good. And then the second time my nurse told me to like heat it up, like put it in some warm water or whatnot. And it was the wintertime when we done transfer. It was like December 2 then. By the way, my transfer date is December the 3rd, so it's actually tomorrow. I don't know when you guys will be seeing this. I am going to try to record 3 videos and try to make this one the last one to try to give me some time to get through, you know, like the sticky part of transfer, which I know is going to be successful. So, you know, I will have good news to share. Okay, we're just going to speak that. But anyway, so yeah, I have a coffee maker. I have a Keurig. So what I did was I heated up, you know, I done a hot water and put my valve in there just like that, got it warm, let it sit in there for a few minutes, come back, shake it up, and then I stick it back in there, you know, I mean, because it may be warm around the outer, but shaking it up, try to kind of gives everything in here a chance to get hot. I don't care about it getting hot. It can get hot because by the time I, you know, draw it up, remove the drawing up needle, the tip, and then put the right one on and then inject it, you know, it'll be warm. Because for me, I don't like needles. I don't like sticking myself, but I've gotten used to it. But this one right here, I can never get used to because it's like, if it's in my stomach, that's fine. I can see that and it's not hard for me to reach. But me trying to bend back and do all of this, and it don't work for me. Like, it don't, I mean, it works, it's working, okay? But it does not work good for me. Like, I always have issues. So when not issues like that, it's just here, like it's mentally me. I have to find a spot that doesn't hurt like that, that's not necessarily sore, but like I kind of poke around and I'm like, okay, that part, I feel that. This one, I feel that. This one is okay. Maybe I can stick myself here and it won't hurt. And I can't do how people just do it like a dart. My nurse always said, just throw it like you're throwing a dart. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I can't like stick myself like that. I can't. So what I do is I just like until it pierces the skin and it goes in a little bit at a time. I am like Miss Daisy times 10 trying to get this needle in. So by the time I fool around doing all of that, it's like the right temperature. So I don't mind it being too hot because I need it to be still warm by the time it actually goes. That I may do a video, but how I do my progesterone shots is I cannot stand up and do them. I wish I was that brave. Or I could move that way, but I always have to lay down, prop some pillows up for my head so I can see, and then prop my hip up so I can see as well. And then that's how I do it. I can't do it standing up. Like, I like trying to stick it in back there and then push it at the same time. It's too much. So anyway, those are the 2 things that I'm on. I am on those. So it is a natural cycle. My body is producing the estrogen and the progesterone. But let me tell you, let me back up to Saturday when I went to the doctor. So my progesterone was still low and she wanted it to be low because she said that they wanted to be the ones that introduces the progesterone to my body so they could time transfer. So they didn't want my body to do the progesterone because they would be off in timing, and it may not, you know, because you have a limited amount of time that your uterus is susceptible to an embryo. So they wanted that timing to be on time with this natural cycle. Also, my LH, which tells them if I'm about to ovulate or not, it had always been low. Not low. The day before, it was at a 5 point something. The Friday was a 5 point something. That day, Saturday, it had jumped up to like 22.4. 22.4? What? So when she called me, so when she called me, she was like, we wouldn't have been able to push you out another day or to Monday because your body was about to ovulate, and we didn't want that to happen. So it is time. So that's why she said we had to go ahead and start progesterone and everything right there. The appointment, my lining was a 9.1, right? I was like, okay, she about to show out. Oh, I did share that. I remember that. Okay, 9.1 or 9 point something, 9.4, something like that. Then at my Friday appointment, my lining was only showing a 7.4, 7.1, somewhere in the sevens. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Tuesday it was just a 9 something. So what happened? And that day that it was a 7 something, a different tech scanned me, which that tech is always excellent, which both of them are. And when I went in on Friday, I was like, it was just a 9 point something earlier. What happened? And so the nurse was like, I'm surprised to see it off so by so much. She was like, but you're coming in tomorrow, so we'll be able to, get another look at your lining to see what's going on. So when I went in Saturday and I done my blood work, did my ultrasound, the tech was like, so I was like, she said your lining is a 10.4 today, which I was so excited, y'all. That is the biggest that I have known that my lining has gotten by itself without medication. I was so happy about my lining. And it's the trilater, it's the perfect pattern. I was so happy about that. And the tech, she told me, she was like, when you go to radiology school, she said a lining is the easiest thing to measure. And it's the first thing that you normally measure. She said, but it's the easiest. She said, it's one of the first things that you measure, and it is normally the easiest. She said, what happens with the uterus is sometimes it contracts. So it will shrink. And, when it's like not contracted, it you can get the perfect measurement or the accurate measurement, but once it contracts, it shrinks up and it's hard to get it. So she said that day it was probably just like that by being so much off. So that made me feel better. But yes, it is a 10.4. It was on Saturday. That's when I started the progesterone, and the progesterone seals that lining, baby. So I was excited about that. And the estrogen helps it not to break down. So my body's producing it, and I'm having extra supplements. So I am so ready, you guys. I am so ready. So ready. So yeah, I got a few more things. When I was doing my makeup, something got right there. But anyway, so I got 2 more things to do. Ooh, I left this main part out. I cannot forget that. I cannot believe I left that out. I got 2 more things to do. So 1, I need to shave. I don't know about all of you ladies, but for transfer and retrieval, I normally shave. So I need to shave, and I need to go out and get some pregnancy tests. I wanted to order the strips, but it's too late to transfer. It's tomorrow. So, okay, so yeah, I need to order some pregnancy test because they had me do a trigger Monday. This video is all over the place. I'm so sorry. So Monday, I had to do a trigger to make myself ovulate if I hadn't already, because she said starting the progesterone will not make me ovulate, because my body will think that I've already ovulated once I start the progesterone. So your body produces progesterone once you ovulate. So by my clinic going ahead and telling me to do the progesterone, my body will not ovulate on its own because it thinks that I've ovulated already, no need to release this egg. So I took that shot Monday. I have not tested it out. I see a lot of people testing theirs out, but I did not. I didn't want the extra stress, headache, and I've been having too much to do anyway. Now I am gonna take it. I am gonna do a pregnancy test tomorrow, the day of transfer. Before we go to transfer, I am gonna do that because I want to see where the line is. So I normally start testing sneak test day 4. 4 days past transfer is when I normally get a positive. I've gotten a positive every day at 4 days past transfer. It's been a squinter. I mean a squinter. But when it dries, you can definitely see the line there. And 5 days is when I get like my definite positive. So I want to see, since 4 days past transfer is already light anyway, I want to see where this line is to see. Or I may just keep testing with like the cheap Walmart brand, the 88-cent test. I love those. So I want to test with those before I go to transfer, and I may test every day to see it fade away and it increase. So I need to run out to do that. I've gotten my soups. I got my pineapple, which I'm gonna do a video on me cutting up my pineapple, getting ready for transfer. What I've done normally with that pineapple, I normally ate it cold, and I always stored it. Of course, I stored it in the refrigerator, but this time around, I kind of be lazy. For one, I'm on bed rest the day of transfer and normally the day after. I normally do 2 days, and then like 3 days I'm kind of like slight bed rest, not really. When I cut my pineapple up, I normally put it in 2 containers. I put it in the refrigerator. When I'm on bed rest, of course, they only want me to get up to use the bathroom and take a shower. That's it. So some days I do not, like some transfers, I do not get to take the full 5 days of the pineapple. If you don't know, I got a video back there somewhere where I done a video talking about the pineapple for implantation. So you normally take it the day of and then 4 days after that. So total 5 days you do the pineapple. So I cut it up in the 5s. I put it in the refrigerator in 2 containers. So this time I'm gonna cut it up and I'm gonna put it in sandwich bags. That way I can tell my kids like, hey, go give me the sandwich bag of pineapples, or I can run in the kitchen and get one for that day myself and then let it sit out and get room temperature and then eat it. Because normally I be eating it cold, and this transfer I'm doing everything hot. Soup. After transfer, I told hubby we're going to get like some egg drop soup. I love that soup, y'all. I want 2 of them, and I'm going to do like soups after. Hubby's cooking some chicken soup tomorrow, chicken noodle soup. And then I bought me some soups for myself, like once he goes back to work. If y'all don't know, I probably didn't tell you. I probably edited that out because I had a lot of more information in it. Yeah. But anyway, I am on FMLA. I am on a medicated leave of absence. Not a medicated. What am I talking about? A medicated leave of, I am on a medical leave of absence, y'all. So I am getting ready to go back to work, and I am not happy about that. This is how I've been able to get y'all these videos. Like, I've been on a leave of absence since October, and I go back in 2 weeks. I know that this pregnancy test is going to be positive, and once it's positive, I'm going to ask my doctor to let me stay out until I've gotten past the point that we always miscarry. Once we get past that point, then I'll go back to work with no problem. I work from home, but my job is very stressful. I talk to customers all day that are not happy because something's going on with their phone, tablet, whatever, bill, like, so, yeah, I just want to be past the point that we've never gotten to before, and then I'll happily go back to work. But yeah, so I think that's it. This video is always long. It's always long, y'all. It's always long. That is my update for you guys. As always, comment, like, and subscribe. to my channel. That is my update, y'all. If I don't make a video right away, bear with me, bear with me. Like, sometimes you just want to, like, keep stuff to yourself and just soak it up, you know, for as long as you can. I see women doing that because to share your life, your journey, your experience with the world is like so much pressure, because with IVF it's so much unknown, and you know, like, it's so much unknown, and it's not like this is gonna work, this is gonna work, you know. It's so much unknown, and it takes so much out of you, like mentally, emotionally, physically. It's draining, guys. So please bear with me if I don't do an update as soon as you would like. It's coming, I promise, it's coming. So all right, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.